Hola, friends. It's the 26th of April. It's a Morning Quickies on Monday. Special on the beach edition. Let me see something here. Yeah. Nice quiet morning. Just after dawn here. Thanks for joining me. Get settled in the sand. I feel like I'm on a high chair because this is a palapa. Excuse me. Make sure it's clean. Sand at the beach, gets everywhere. We've already shuffled. I'm going to pull through the deck. I like this. Less shuffling. And it's okay. We'll get to the same place. But I like it that it's ordained as we go here where we're going to end up with Pisces when we start here. We're going to start with Aries as usual. This is for the 26th of April here. Quickie Love read. Aries, here you are. Alice shoot with the Three of Swords, the card that means tarot. Is what it is. We always remind ourselves, boy, I'm glad to be back with my Gilded Tarot Royale. Love this deck. If you're gonna suffer lushly, it's a very lush Three of Swords. Remind ourselves our thoughts, daily read. I mean, this could be a fight with your boyfriend, girlfriend, last night, this morning type of deal. Ten of Wands. So that's Three of Swords is where you're at in and around relationships this morning. Where your head is at. This is I'm looking at is more like the question, what's on your mind. And your burden, whatever this is. So again, I was saying maybe this is just a little fight. Well, with the Ten of Wands here, maybe not. Maybe this is something that's been going on a while and building and kind of draining your energy. Let me ask you this, Aries. This relationship, when you go away from it, or when you're with them a while, do you kind of start to feel kind of a drag, kind of drained, that kind of energy? And I kind of get from this combination, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Really kind of tired. And with the Ten of Wands, it's like you just can't do. Wands are actions. You're saying to yourself, I just can't do this anymore. Had someone say that to me. I can't do this anymore. Man, that hurt. I was like, what do you mean this? I mean this. Wow. What a difference. The Ten of Wands to the Ten of Cups. I think this is really straightforward. What you want is the Ten of Cups. And I'm going to clarify. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups. We got two tens here. They're very much in conflict. And this here. This is what, this is about. Right? And then this kind of implies that they have done this more than once, guys. And, you're not going to get your Ten of Cups when there's a Seven of Swords energy. And they've been doing it over and over and over and over. And I think, you watch Ten of Cups. Who doesn't? You're watching a love reading. But Aries, you're not going to get it here. Go back and look at the May reading. It's already up. For couples, the heart spread. And maybe, I can't remember exactly. Maybe that'll give some more guidance here. But I don't know. Do you really need guidance? Just no. You're not going to get your Ten of Cups by beating your head against the wall. So Taurus, thank you, Aries, for the 26th of April, doing the quickies here, pulling through the deck, and you're starting with the Hierophant. This is your energy, Taurus, in and around relationships, how you're feeling, where your heart is at, where your mind is at. And with the Hierophant, um, could be dealing with a marriage or long-term relationship here. Kind of where your head is at, thinking about this marriage right now. It's commitment, not good or bad right now. You're watching a tarot reading. Let's give us some indication of why you're watching. Um, so this is the energy right here. Two major arcana too. So it's like, remember, major arcana is everything that's outside of our control. So about life. So this marriage, like there's a hiatus. Maybe you're going through that period where it's a down period. Maybe you're separated. If not separated, you're withdrawing in some way from the relationship emotionally. And this is sort of speaking about the relationship, the Hermit here. Obviously, there's talk about Virgo energy, Taurus, but with the Hierophant, that's your card too. Tradition. That should be all about you. Status quo. Um, Looking at things from a very spiritual perspective, looking at the marriage uh, as a vocation, like in the Catholic religion. Um, but some kind of withdrawing here, maybe trying to get understanding with the Hermit, would be a reason to watch tarot reading. But the Hermit's understanding themselves, so maybe here you're really trying to understand the relationship, at a very deep level. And then, so why do you have to understand the relationship? Holy moly, guys. So you've got the Hierophant, the Hermit, and now the Emperor showing up. This is an Aries card. A lot of Taurus have Aries. You're usually pulling in the energy that you're expressing, that you need. Um, so I think here you're dealing with whether they're an Aries or not. I don't know if I don't read signs so much in this reading, but they're maybe stubborn. Like I kind of look at the Hermit in between the Hierophant and the Emperor, and I think of in between a rock and a hard place. So it's like you're the one trying to figure it out, not them. Um, there's a sense too, Taurus, that they're not going to leave the relationship. They're steady, but they're somehow not engaging either. That's part of it. And maybe that's what's got you in this mood. Maybe it's gotten stale or something, the marriage. And you're trying to figure out why. You're really trying to figure out why. Like, you're not like bitching at them. And this is a Hermit shows me you're genuinely trying to figure out why. So, for one, like you're doing the right thing. I mean, and they're sort of not. They might be. They're busy with work. They're busy with their own stuff. There's kind of a selfishness to it, and a fixed energy to it, where they're just like, you know, in terms of change, or like they might say, what's to understand? We're married. I love you. What, what's going on? So again, Taurus, look maybe to the May reading. The heart spread is what's gonna maybe speak to this. If you get some more advice, if you're really struggling with that, I do astrology. There's nothing like synastry. If you have everybody's times, you can really look at it and look at the progressed synastry if it's a long-term relationship, especially, and try to get a handle. I kind of get this feeling like you're in the process of really trying to get a handle on something, and you feel like it's sort of like not right. It's not so much that it's coming apart. It's just not satisfying. You want something more, and I think like your partner's not. It's like they're not really participating. Maybe that's really the big problem, is they're not really participating. So thank you, Taurus and Gemini. Death card, Scorpio, out of the chute. How you're feeling in and around relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at right now. In terms of change, something's changing. Boy, it's an impressive death card, isn't it? Too big a deal out of it. Just as a daily reading, doesn't have to be a major life transformation. It doesn't have to be Saturn on your ascendant, starting a new cycle for you. Could be something changing in terms of love and relationship. got your attention. Nine of Wands. Um, Putting a lot of energy into it here. I feel like with the Nine of Wands here, Gemini, you're going along with this change. Like you're aware of it. Like you might be aware of what it is in your chart. Maybe it's Pluto in some significant aspect. I have Pluto challenging my moon, opposing my moon right now. It's going to make change. You're feeling like you're kind of aware of it. You're trying to work with it. You've been putting in maybe a lot of work. Um, but you feel like it's not going well. I think like you have a sense of this. If you don't, then you just have a sense. Maybe you've been struggling. Maybe something hasn't been quite right. You've been trying to like call it, make adjustments. Maybe you're not looking at it as death and transformation. But like no matter what you do, you're not really finding a way to make things happen the way you want. And you're about running out of energy here, Chariot. So that's a really nice, what I just said, the Chariot works perfectly. If you're in this energy, maybe this very reading is going to get you where you need to go. Um, Look at yesterday's reading. I did a little reading yesterday, just a general reading for the Taurus season. And it's about where Taurus energy is in your life, but it's a spiritual reading. And, you know, the answer to what's going on, the last one that you have left in you to finish this change, is going to be spiritual in nature. It's going to be big picture. It's going to be belief systems. A Chariot I see a lot. You know, you're going somewhere. You can go somewhere very quickly by changing your belief systems. You can transform. And I think too, what this is saying is what you need in this is the Chariot energy of feeling like you're all connected with your destiny, feeling like you're connected with something bigger than yourself. You know, these are both major kana here. You've got this change, you know, and you've got trying to find like your destiny, your path, and getting in alignment with your soul's purpose, you know, and you're really trying here. You're really trying. And let's see if we can get any. A Knight of Cups. Yeah. I'm kind of clarifying what it is you've been trying to do here. And this is like you're trying to give your cup to a person. But this is about you changing. So, Gemini, I think the advice here is it's corny. I hate this kind of stuff. Stop trying to give your cup to this person because it's sort of not working. You've only got one shot left. I think what it's saying here really clearly is kind of give the cup to yourself. You know, focus on what you feel like you can do to get yourself in alignment with your soul's purpose, so that as you're going about your day, you're feeling Gemini like I'm meant to be here. This is meant to be happening. I feel like I'm in a good place, um, and it seems like maybe you're going to have to shift your focus off of that to giving that cup of love to whoever this person is that you've been dealing with here. So thank you, Gemini. I hope that's helpful. Cancers, we're doing the quickies here, pulling through the deck. This is for April 26th. Dawn Reed, a little past dawn now. Close. Eight of Swords. Tough energy. Everybody's coming in today. Just kind of tough energy, man. Got Mars in Cancer now, guys. That should be good. And the Eight of Swords, that classic energy being stuck in our heads, going around in our heads. But something about a relationship has got you there. Something's not going well. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Aquarius energy. Boy, they have a similar look to the cards. Very similar colors and everything, but boy, what a difference. So right now, this is how you're feeling in and around relationships. And this is what you're looking for. You're looking for hope here. and not just hope, but that inspiration. Um, that there is a path. Maybe if you're an Eight of Swords, I'm not really looking for the path. That's Two of Swords. It's like just feeling lost and just looking for some kind of hope, somebody to reach down and lift you up, take you out of like a hole that you're in. And it's your mind, it's thoughts, swords, make no mistake. A lot of major con too coming up. Now, I look at Eight of Swords like you want a way out. Obviously, it's in your own mind, but it's like those movies where somebody's in a coma or something, and they insert someone into their mind, you know, um, via some technology, and they go in and talk to them, try to talk them out of the coma almost. It's a little bit like that because Judgment's this uh, goes well with the star. If you want hope and you want purpose, that's your way out of this. There's something that's calling you up, calling you out. This angel's not. They're calling you out. They want you to. And again, with the swords, you got to get yourself out of this, really. Um, and this is like your life's purpose. What's it all about? Alfie, the judgment. When you're in the Eight of Swords, man, that's the last thing on your mind. But that's speaking too with the star. What is your hopes and dreams and wishes? And maybe that's the way out. It's like, instead of like, I mean, I've done this literally. I have to force myself to go focus on something else, because I can be so stuck in this energy of about a relationship, about being hurt and upset. And you don't want it. You want to get out of it, but there's only one way out. And you have to look at your own. Not, this is not judgment of yourself, like, oh, I'm such a dick. Relationships never work. It's the judgment of, what is it that I really love in life? What is it that I really want out of my life? What is my purpose? What is my meaning? Um, and whatever that is, it's not going to be wholly about this person that's hurting you. Cancer. A little hint there, may be helpful. Thank you, Cancers. And now, Leo, this is for 26th of April. Thanks for joining us here. Dawn, a cup of coffee. Hope you're having a cup of coffee. Hope you're asleep. It's early. Not exactly dawn, but it's close. Leo, this is you in and around relationships. Well, I think we've exhausted all the terrible sword cards that we could have. Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. No, wait, I haven't seen the Ten of Swords. Wow, once again, somebody feeling, up late at night, thinking about things, can't sleep, tough energy. Nine of Swords implies this quickie read, so this is not like a fight that just was last night and kept you up. It's probably some kind of ongoing a struggle, something that's been repetitive. And Five of Cups, and man, it's got you. This is some bad energy here. The only thing I could say good about this is there's a feeling to me like you've just about had it. I mean, you're on your knees here. It's almost like I could say, like with this, like you tried, you got up and went outside and you tried to do something, but tried to fight, but now you're just like on your knees and you're just like, I can't do this anymore. That's why it feels like it's almost over. Like whatever you're doing, this person here, I think you're close to, because man, that's like Nine of Swords and Five of Cups. You don't want to be in that for a minute in a relationship. Um, and the Six of Pentacles. So, a number of ways with the Six of Pentacles, but I think it's exactly like I was saying, Leo. Um, you really want to get a handle on this and get out of this energy. And I think you want to get out of this relationship. You could also say that really what you want is reciprocity. You want balance and fairness, and you want them to treat you the way you treat them. Leo. And this is too, with the Six of Pentacles, is just getting yourself, collecting yourself, getting up off the ground, getting up out of bed. and putting yourself together, balancing yourself, and feeling whole. I'm going to clarify this. Very good. Actually, this is a good case for the Six of Swords. The Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. You're absolutely going to walk away from whatever the fuck this mess is here. And why not? And because you want this balance and you want to be whole, and you're going to have to move away in your mind from this. This is like Nine of Swords. Sucks. This is moving away from the Nine of Swords and moving towards this place of balance, I say, within yourself here. You know, kind of getting yourself back together, collecting yourself back up, and moving on from this heartbreak and pain. And main thing is to learn something from it, Leo. But thank you guys. And for the 26th, this is Virgo, our favorite sign, I'm contracted to say. And for the 26th of April, guys, gonna get our Quickie Love read for our Virgo friends. This is you, Virgo. Sag card, lucky bastards. This is you in and around relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at, feeling optimistic, feeling hopeful, kind of balanced. When I see that in this position, usually speaking to someone, Virgo, that's if you're in a relationship, it's just going well. You've got things kind of balanced. This Jupiter here too, so I always say, you know, doesn't hurt to look at Jupiter in your chart where it's at right now. Getting ready to go into Pisces. That's going to be a big change from Aquarius, and then it'll go back into Aquarius. But boy, this Jupiter energy is going to be the energy of wherever in your chart it's shifting from Aquarius to Pisces. It's going into my 7th house. That's really good energy to be in terms of a relationship right now. And with the Queen of Cups, with Temperance, I mean, this could be you, Virgo, expressing, channeling the emotional part of yourself that's mature, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, warm and loving and kind and mature and capable of caring for someone. If it's not you, then you're pulling in a Cancer person or water person like this, the mirror. But I like it. I mean, it's like, thank you, the 6th reading in. We finally got, I would say, a positive reading. Let's see what we get for our outcome here. You know, and from this, you get a nice start. I love this card. Look at this kid. If there was any question, this is your person, this Queen of Cups, man or woman. If there's any question about their sincerity, first of all, Queen of Cups is going to be sincere. The King of Cups can have some squirreliness there. I think the Queen is sincere, but this is super sincere. Look at the face on that little kid. So they're for real. They are absolutely for real. And if they haven't already, you know, this Queen is offering her cup to the page. It's like, you can imagine, like, the page comes and says, you know, I have a message from the king, and the Queen says, you know, he has my love. You know, male or female, you can switch that, doesn't matter. But like, this is a response that's very solid. Like, it might be small. They've said to you, yeah, I really like you too. Or, wow, yeah, I do want to go out with you. I've been thinking about you too. Or even if a Page of Pentacles here could be like, yeah, I want to date you exclusively. I just want to see you, you know, really want to get to know you better. That kind of energy. And you're in a fantastic place here, Virgo. So whatever this is, this new beginning, I mean, it's sincere, it's long term if you want it. It's the beginning of something great, I would call that, in terms of a love relationship. So thank you guys. And we're pulling through the deck. Libra, today is for the 26th of April, 2021. And we're going to look, this is your energy in and around love. I just said a minute ago, well, we pulled through all the lousy swords cards except for the Ten of Swords. So here it is. Okay, good news, you're done. But in and around relationships, where your heart is at, where your mind is at, as you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. And with the Ten of Swords, this is not last night's argument with the lover. or the wife or husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. This is feeling like you're kind of done here. Wow, and look, and walking away. Well, thank you. I'd say thank you because look, there's a lot of ways you could react to the Ten of Swords. Okay, and walking away is probably the best way to handle this. I'm a Sagittarius, so it's easy for me to say. Um, but the Ten of Swords is like you're done, and so why not just walk away from it? And it could be these are thoughts, swords, and these are emotions, cups. So emotionally, you're starting to detach from this terrible energy. Here, I think is what's going on. You're wanting to, and let's see where this goes once you detach. Wow, the lovers. Really, guys, I don't see this as your person here. I see a progression, but this is really good. It's that I've heard this so many times, and here it is. It's just like when you detach emotionally from this hell that your mind is in, and I think you're doing it, or you will do it, like today, instantly, you're going to have a choice. Now, the choice might be just one person, but you're going to have a choice of love. It's going to open up an opportunity for love. It could be two people coming in. Five of Swords. Well, trying to clarify who this is coming in, but I'm just going to say an air sign. And it's with the Five of Swords here. I think there could be some tension with this person, maybe at first when they come in, but definitely look for an air sign. And definitely, like, as soon as you release this emotionally, this is coming up, and you're going to be in the arms of this other person. Um, with the Five of Swords too, it might not be that this next person is going to be your forever love here, Libra. Um, but I think it's maybe where you need to go. It's going to help you with the Five of Swords. Maybe it's going to help you get out of that Ten of Swords energy. Maybe it's like a speed bump soulmate or something you're getting ready to run into here, you know? But I see it as good because there's definitely a progression there, moving out of that hellish energy emotionally and moving into the lovers. I mean, it's got to be better. Thank you, guys. Scorpios, the 26th of April. Thank you for joining me. Coffee and the morning quickies here on the beach. Got a beautiful morning, just past dawn. And we're going to look at where you're at in terms of love and relationships. The Knight of Pentacles, guys. Very good energy to have here. Solid energy in terms of love and relationships, where you're feeling, where your mind is at, where your heart is at here, Scorpio. Determined, interested, kind of patient, long-term energy. Um, this is like for Scorpio too, you're going to get what you're going for. The Knights are action, so Pentacles, solid action towards something, towards a Queen of Pentacles. A lot of Earth energy here. This could be a Virgo, guys. Scorpio Virgo is one of those weirdly good matches that um, can really work. And this person might be a little bit older than you, a little bit more well established than you, man or woman. Um, but someone who's solid, mature, possibly a mother or father, someone who, uh, was not poor, not necessarily rich, but someone who can take care of themselves, an adult, solid person. And you're a solid person, and you're moving towards them. So whether this is you or someone else, Queen of Pentacles, it's the mirror. So this is what you're thinking about here and what you want to do. And you may be thinking about, how can I get this person? Because a Knight of Pentacles, one thing about the Knight of Pentacles, I think people overlook, they are very strategic. That's why they're slow. So unlike the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands, They don't just rush in, you know, they stop and think everything through like a Virgo, all of the details, and then they go in, you know, slowly with confidence and strength. And I think that's some process that's going on here. And it's almost like I felt originally when I first saw the Knight of Pentacles, I thought this Scorpio is trying to win someone's heart, which sounds kind of old fashioned, but it's kind of cute. And I think this Queen of Pentacles, and I think you realize that they're a substantial person and you're not going to just sweep them off their feet. You know, they're not like a young, stupid person that wants to do something like that. They're interested in something solid and meaningful and long term. But you can do it. You're going to have to use everything that you got with the Magician. You know, your actions, you have to take actions. You have to use all of your resources with Pentacles, your emotional wisdom, understanding, emotional intelligence, and your thoughts and communication. You're going to have to put it all together. And when you got the Magician there, it means that you can and you will do this. You know, so they're going down. Going to be yours. This Queen of Pentacles. Congratulations, Scorpio. Invite me to the wedding if it goes that way. Sagittarius, thank you, Scorpio. Here we go, Sagittarius, pulling through the deck here on the 26th of April. And Ace of Cups, Saggies. Sag Sun, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars here. So, gotta love it. Ace of Cups in this place is like in and around relationships, how you're feeling, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. You're all about love and wanting to give that cup of love. There's probably a specific person involved. But Four Swords, this is you. You may be wanting to give this cup of love, but right now, 2 days, daily reading, maybe you're not in the mood. You know, you're with the Four Swords. It is healing. Not wanting to give it for some reason. Let me clarify Four Swords. Clarify Four Swords, where you're at now with the Seven Pentacles. So, I got a feeling with the Four Swords here, it's a little bit like a timeout. And the Seven of Pentacles is really looking at things. It's your Ace of Cups slowing way down and looking at things very practically, looking at issues of reciprocity, kind of a nuts and bolts looking at things. You know, it's almost like maybe a physical illness or something puts you in a position where you sort of detached from this interest, this love interest that you have for a minute, and it got you really, Wednesday, it got you really thinking about things in terms of this love, more practical things, which is good. This is good. You know, I see this a new relationship. You want to think like this for a minute. You don't want to go in blind. And Page of Swords. Okay, and this is in this deck, the Gilded Royale. I call it the creepy page. So, guys, really don't kind of like this page. But I think this is your person, and this might be why you kind of took a minute out to think about things. Whether you took it out or you were given time out by the universe with a cold or something even here. And I think the reason why you're thinking about this because they're immature. They've expressed to you some immaturity, some kind of selfishness in the way they speak to. They might have been, you know, flippant or insensitive in some way. And that's what's got you hesitating here about giving your cup. Because, you know, I don't know, I think like with this cup, it's more like you're ready to give your cup of love to someone. I don't feel like this is the person, but Sag, honestly, this is the perfect time. We'll be doing your reading Thursday for May. And we already have the end of April up, if you want to look at that too. Here I'd look at the heart spread. This is obviously someone's on your mind, Saggies. Well, I'm not digging them. I'm not digging them. Let me know what you think of that, Sag. So, Capricorns, the 26th of April. Here we are. Um, excuse me. Allergies. So, here you are in paradise, but you still got allergies, guys. What the heck? So, love and relationship, Capricorn. We're pulling through the deck. Let's see what we got for you. Get to make a choice. Road diverged in a wood, and I took the path less traveled by. Let's see. And these are actions, one. So right now where you're at in terms of relationships and love is you're feeling like you need to make a move, you make a choice, but this is not like a choice in your head. This is you got to make a choice about an action here. I mean, this is like, should I stay or should I go now? I really like to know, should I stay or should I go? Fuck, stay. Um, stay, yes. The answer is stay. The answer is yes. The sun here. Um, really, if this is a reading of someone that's trying to make a choice, and this is like, should I move in? Should I move across the state? Should I move? Should they move here? Um, you're 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 needing to do something. So you may have already made a choice in your mind, like, yes, I want to be with this person, but you haven't actually taken the actions yet to make it happen. But with the sun here, um, I'd say yes, you're going to do it. I'm trying to think if there is a choice. I mean, this would be the Leo person, the brighter person, the one who shines, the one who's exuberant, has a lot of energy, meets you with hugs and kisses, and Knight of Wands. Now, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands. This is a very positive reading. And it's like full of light here. You know, there's light here in the Two of Wands. You know, this is someone with this Two of Wands. They're setting out like on a journey and they're feeling good about it, you know. It's a good day. It's morning. They got their food there with them and they're ready to go. And there's a lot of promise and hope in that. And then with the sun, it's the best card in the deck, you know. And I always kind of see this is the question. This is where you're at in terms of love. This is sort of like, what is the question you have about love? Um, and then the Knight of Wands, you could be dealing with the fire person, but from the Two of Wands to the Knight of Wands, it's clearly to take action. You know, go in and take action with this person, whoever they are. And if there's a choice, then clearly you'll go with the Leo person, the fifth house person. Fifth house is play, creativity, the sun, um, personality, where you shine, the person that shines. So let me know. I'm very interested about that, Capricorn. Um, Positive read, finally. A few here. Thank you. All right. So, Aquarius, here we are, 26th of April, 2021. We're doing the quickies here, pulling through the deck. This is you in and around relationships, where you're at, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. I'm sorry. Daily read, so it might not be so terrible. Um, you don't always see the tower as Uranus energy, and the energy of change, something suddenly changing, and I say because it's for our own good, and but sudden change. You look at Uranus now, which I think is at 10 degrees Taurus. Um, that could be relevant. Something's changing for you. Ace of Swords. And I kind of look at this position in this read is kind of what the question is, what's going on here. Is the tower's kind of where you're at. And so your question here is like, what do I do about this with the Ace of Swords? Clarify the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups, because you're not sure. It's caused some emotional turmoil. I mean, if the tower comes down, you're going to have emotional turmoil and questions. You don't really know what to do. A lot of times when the tower comes down, you do have a lot of options. You know, you kind of look, you stand up from the rubble and you look around, and there are a lot of options. But it's like maybe your ears are ringing, and you're looking around at these options and you sort of can't focus clearly, and it's sort of like not a good time to pick one, but almost with the Ace of Swords, it's like saying, like, decisively decide what to do. What do? I need a decisive answer here with the Ace of Swords. Just how to proceed, you know? Let's see what we get. The Moon card. Boy, with the Seven of Cups and the Moon, you really don't know what to do. With the Moon card, okay, trying to figure out what to do, Aquarius. So, with the Moon card, it's something that's hidden from you. This is not something they're hiding from you. It could be something involved with this tower, assuming that now this is a person that broke up with you or something happened with them. Um, it's not that they're lying or we're lying, it's that they don't really know. There's something about themselves that they don't understand. And it could be something about yourself that you don't. It is the mirror. So this Ace of Swords, I think, like, you're focusing on, you want to understand something about them. But I think what you need to focus on is understanding what it is with you that you're not seeing. This tower came down. Why did it come down? What purpose does it serve? You're going to get the answer to that by what you're seeing inside yourself. And here's the answer. Okay. It came down because it was toxic. It's very clear. But it's like you don't want to see that. That's what the moon is. It's something hidden from you, that you can't quite put your finger on, like where we're lying to ourselves. And we're not exactly lying to ourselves because we're not even consciously aware, of it. Um, but yeah, that's pretty clear. So exactly why a tower would fall is because, there's something unhealthy and toxic. You just can't figure it out, and so it just comes down. So if you want to figure that out, that's going to be around you, not them. Keep focusing on that. Um, Consider a personal read, and astrology really might help you more than tarot in this case, to kind of deal with that kind of toxic energy when you're caught up in it. Aquarius, thank you. Pisces, the 26th of April. This is your love and relationship quickie. Four of Pentacles, this is you, how you're feeling in and around relationships right now, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. You could be poor. A lot of people are right now. But this is the energy kind of holding on to your resources, holding tight. You might not be dating right now. You might not be seeing anyone right now. You might be kind of holding back from someone emotionally right now in a relationship. Could be a particular person you're withdrawing from, holding back from, or just in general, right? And because there's conflict, you know. Wow. And the Five of Pentacles. Wow, Pisces. It's kind of bumming me out. I suddenly have like a kind of depressed feeling. Um, you don't want to be in the Seven of Swords energy. It's that righteous, energy, righteous defense. A lot of times it's about boundaries. You might be in this energy about boundaries, like, particularly if you really don't quite know how to deal with boundaries and stuff. The answer might just be to shut down, um, like a 2-year old saying no, no, um, because you just don't want to get into this arguing, fighting, defending yourself, having to defend yourself. And, this, I think, is your person. And again, we mirror, the mirror. We bring in ourselves. So if you're kind of in this energy in general, you're going to pull in someone that feels like they're out in the cold, like they lack things. They have a lack mentality. They're not good enough. They're never good enough, no matter what I do. That poverty of the mind. So, like, even if you're rich, you kind of have an impoverished feeling inside of yourself here. Let's see. 3 of Wands. And you're going to look elsewhere. Yeah, because, you know, look, there's so many things with the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. And then what would you rather do? Spend your time like fighting, or would you spend your time out looking, which could be fun, having a good time, going out with your friends, going on dates, doing something fun, joining a dating site even, you know? I think you're just going to say next with this, you know, because it just looks really tough and grinding and, you know, not how relationships are supposed to be, you know. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it, helps a lot. It's good karma, easy. Subscribe, and I do appreciate everybody subscribing. It's been great. I hope you enjoyed the readings on this very quiet and beautiful morning on the beach. Thank you guys.